Okay, inequalities in integers, you have to be careful because if you multiply or divide by an inequality, by a negative sign, you have to flip the inequality. So our goal here is to get x by itself. However, it has a negative 2 stuck to it. So since it's stuck to it, it's being multiplied. And we're always solving things with opposite operations. So the opposite of multiply is divide. So I'm going to divide by negative 2. Notice I did not change the sign. Don't change the sign. You want to get rid of everything that's stuck to your variable. So you got to divide by that, including the sign. Now I always, when I'm dividing by a negative number, I put an arrow under my inequality to remind me that since I divided by a negative number, I have to flip the inequality. If I don't do that, then I get involved in solving the equation or the inequality and I forget to flip it. So in front of the inequality, we have a negative in the denominator, but there's no negative in the numerator to cancel it out. It takes two negatives to cancel. So that's going to stay a negative. And then 18 divided by 2 is 9. It was greater than, but because I divided by a negative number, it's now less than. Numerator cancels with denominator when they are the same thing, and so x is now by itself. And that's the answer. You do not have to have x out front. So on this one I have a negative 2 stuck to the w, so negative 2 times w. The opposite of times is divide. But since I'm dividing by a negative number, I have to flip the inequality. 14 divided by negative 2 is negative 7. It's not going to be a less than answer, it's going to be a greater than answer. Top cancels with bottom, and w is by itself. Okay, the next one's a little bit different. These had a number right next to the letter they were being multiplied. Anytime you have a fraction, you are dividing. So we are going to divide by the denominator to get rid of it. So multiply by the denominator to get rid of it, because it says y divided by 3, a fraction is division. So the opposite of divided by is multiply. So negative 7 times 3, again, it takes two negatives to cancel it out, and there aren't two of them, so it stays negative. 7 times 3 is 21. Now I was not multiplying by a negative number, so the inequality is going to stay. Top cancels with bottom, and I have my answer. The only time you flip the inequality is when you're multiplying or dividing by a negative number.